Yo, what's good, everyone? How we doing? Happy Friday. Yo, Glows with the 5 bits. Thank you. What's up, Baby Strum? Spoiler. See you guys. You immediately did a skip queue. I'll get to that. And thank you for the 100 bits as well. Happy Friday indeed. What are you guys' thoughts on the event level that came out 90 minutes ago? I thought it was decent. Not the best, but still fairly good. Birdseed masochism, huh? Having a much better day as opposed to the rest of this week. Nice. Hard to sight read. Well, that's your own issue for trying to sight read a 9-star. So, if you use practice mode, like, you know, someone who has a brain, instead of trying to sight read everything, then you'll be fine. Yo, Chica with the 100. Mr. Beast, $1,000 donation. This is tripping me out here. There we go. I like these colors a lot. An interesting song to use as well. I don't think I've ever really heard this song. Ooh, this is nice. Probably killing the bitrate of the stream, but what can you do? The low gravity is tripping me out, though. Oh my god. What even can kill you here? What are the hitboxes? Okay, those saw blades don't kill you. What happened? You have to go off screen? That's kind of stupid. That's not like indicated in the slightest. I'm not sure how long this is supposed to last for. But we're just going off the screen. Alright. It looked cool. Some of the gameplay was a bit weird, but it looked decent. I'm sure people are probably going to cry because there's a mirror portal, but just get better at the game, I guess. Alright, first 5 in order as per usual, sorting by timestamp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending off with this one weight level. What do we think of the event? I thought it was alright. Nothing too spectacular, but it's cool. I'd say like 99% of the difficulty comes from trying to get the coin. The level otherwise is like pretty easy. I don't know why you would put a jump block there to like make you not be able to hold. That's like prime, like just hold. Some people are thinking that it's harder than Blackfire, and I don't see that in the slightest. I honestly think it's like an 8-star at most. Like, most of the difficulty, like I said, just comes from the coin. This level is pretty simple. It's your typical, you know, pixel level. Not really too much going on. Unfortunately, the blocks are rather flat. There's not really, there's just like a lot of empty space in the middle and not really much detail to like, you know, back up that space. So I think like if it was a little bit more interesting, a little bit more like original, because it does like, you know, remind me of like Diamond 16 levels a lot, I might send that, but personally I'm not going to send that. I've already seen this, decided not to send it. Apparently has been updated. I'm not playing platformer right now because of course there's no video, dude. Of course there would not be a video. All right. I think I decided not to send this because it was, you know, very little variation in the deco. It's just like a couple of color changes, and the deco itself wasn't the most interesting for my liking. The gameplay is fun, but I just think the deco really like held it back. I'm assuming you don't click or you don't hit the pink stuff. I don't know. Yeah, you don't. Is my name Destrif IRL? No. What type of a name is Destrif? Like an actual name, Destrif. No child will want to have that as their name. Alright, I'm just looking at this on the editor, I can't be asked. Yeah. Seems to be there's the same deco, but just a couple color changes, which is a little bit unfortunate to see. There's a lot of copy paste as well within the bot designs. So something a little bit more unique within the different parts would be nice. And also it's just kind of like a straight shot to the right, which gameplay is, you know, not the most interesting there. So I think I'll continue to not send it. Alright. Yo, Agnev with the sub, thank you. Thank you. A bit empty so far, especially in this part. It definitely gives that unfinished feel. This part's a little better, but it's unfortunately fairly static. I feel like this level like trades off things. It doesn't like try to improve. It's just like, alright, this part we're going to have movements to make it not static, but we're also not going to have like any background deco, therefore it's empty. And then the parts where there is actually actual background deco, it doesn't have any movements. Like, you gotta include all that stuff in the parts, not just one or the other, realistically. Spoiler with the gifted sub. Thank you. Yeah. Personally, I'm not going to be sending it just because it does, like, feel unfinished. Gameplay was indicator heavy, Mazzo, yes. 100% indicator heavy, which I don't like that type of gameplay. Already seen this, 104 star rates. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ending off here, assuming we haven't already played these other levels. I do not have this song. Okay, great. That's a weird timing. You really have to get there early. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This could be a 9 circles level, really. Of all things. Yo, Chico, what's up? Did you level up here? No. Super Mango Tough Thung. I'm not even gonna say that. Did not appear. This level's a bit empty, unfortunately. There really is like no block design, no background deco, so it does feel kind of unfinished. And then 9 circles levels, like I've said multiple times, they have to be like really interesting visually for me to even consider sending it. Unfortunately, this one doesn't really go anywhere with its visuals, kind of falls flat. I skipped over your level? No, I did not. I don't know, that's a bit of a difficulty spike there. Okay, there's an invisible portal here. An invisible gravity portal here. What's going on? Right, that's just bad gameplay design. Because I should still be going upside down. Why is there an invisible portal? That's just not good design. Yeah, the visuals here are pretty flat. They don't really have any sort of like intensity or much excitement to them, which is a bit unfortunate. And then we go back to this part. Gotcha. I think I've seen enough. Personally, not going to be starting this one because it does, you know, have a lot missing. Alright, ending off with this one. Oh, it's a Riley request at the end. Alright. I haven't heard this song in so long. I bet be ready for your request. Is it the level? Is it the level that you claimed was your best level? We'll see how that holds up. Yeah. All right. Needs more indicators. True. True. Like, there's only one indicator on these orbs. I need like 20 more on every single orb. Like, there's no indicators in this wave section. Like, I don't know where to go. Like, you don't have any indicators in that wave section. Yeah, this level kind of falls flat with the deco. Gameplay's decent. Great. Gameplay's decent, but the deco kind of just falls flat. This needs to be improved, realistically. Well, the ending part was okay, but I personally would not be sending this one. Alright, let's see Riley's new best level. Of course he uses a scored song. Are you sure you didn't just steal this level from Goalers? Because it just looks like a low effort Goalers level. Just good. Okay, this is great. Where's bro's arms at? What's going on? Where did bro's arms go? What is this? Yeah, Riley, I think you hit a new peak with this one. Nice. Homer let the funk out. Nice. 6-star? I agree. I'll send it for like a high-end star. It's funny. Alright, that was the last of the ones in order. Let's go ahead and go random. TV bad. I've already seen this. Send it for a feature. I've already seen this one as well. Has been updated. People are... Man. You guys love to send me levels I've already seen. An interesting art style. I'm not sure about how blocky the structures are. I think there could just be a little more like effort put into the general structuring instead of just being a bunch of like, you know, large pillars. Oh, I've seen this level. Yeah, I remember this level. Like half the gameplay is this. Just going back and forth in this corridor. Which to me is not the most interesting, unfortunately. I'm glad that it's at least shorter than I remember it being. Yeah, there's definitely some parts here that are decent. I think we also get a long end screen. But I think that there could just be a little more put into the structuring. Like I said, it's just like very rectangular. And it just could be have a little bit more going on. And then yeah, the long end screen unfortunately is not really doing the level many favors. So I'll personally continue to not send it. Extreme Demon. Oh, I love this song. Love this song. Alright. It's a Quasary level, so I have high hopes for it. I love this song. Quasary has had like a couple of controversies surrounding them just because of one of their levels getting epic. But like that's nothing dealing with Quasary themselves. It's more like people saying that their level should not get epic, which that's just jealousy talking. Like this is really cool. One theme, I have seen this before, or at least I've seen this part, but the level is ice themed, right? And one thing you'll notice, all the pads and the orbs, look at the particles. They're all frozen. I feel like no one except for Quasary would put in that amount of effort. I don't know why the thing's like freaking out. Let me go back to like 1440. I don't need to be watching a video in 4K anyways. I don't think it would pop over on stream. Yeah, the orbs having all the particles doing this is really cool. And like the gameplay is also very interesting. But yeah. Like people might think it's static. I don't think it's static. Like it goes with the theme of everything being frozen. Since when do things that are frozen move? We need TTS. As long as people don't abuse it, I'll probably like, you know, put it at like, you know, 100 bits as a minimum. I skipped your level. I don't skip levels now. So stop saying that I skipped your level. All you're doing is making yourself look like an idiot because you don't know that levels are chosen randomly. The real limbo. Almost at the end? I wonder what the gameplay here is, if there is gameplay. Do I play demons? Yeah. I just don't play like extreme demons, just because, you know, I don't feel like spending that amount of time on a practice run. I could, but it would take like 5 minutes per level, and I don't feel like putting that amount of time. This was good. Alright. My amazing map. Shout out to Peter Griffin. Pretty standard modern deco. Not sure if you about the foregrounds. It kind of. Also, I'm not sure about all the random assets. They just kind of feel way out of place. Like, really, like, take the immersion out of the level. Like, it's funny that, like, it's there for the funny factor, but for me, it just kind of takes me out of it. Like, it's fine to have, like, jokes every once in a while in a level, but when half the deco here is jokes, it's just a little too forced. But yeah. I mean, the base deco itself is also fairly simple, unfortunately. It's just like a modern style that we've seen many, many times now, and doesn't really like have too many like unique things about it, which is a little unfortunate to see. Would prefer that there was some more, you know, more of an identity for this level. So I'm personally not going to be sending it. Alright. 5-minute platformer, huh? Using a 0.6 megabyte song. Inspired by FNAF 4. Alright. Uh-huh. What is this? I'm not playing this. I'm watching a video. I'm not playing a puzzle level right now. I'll watch a video of it, but I'm not going to try and figure it out. Yo, you want to get timed out, buddy? How about you? I'll just like mute you. Why not? There you go. Enjoy. This looks like a paraphobia. Is that what that level is called? The PT level. YouTube chat. Typical YouTube chat. What do I think of the artist AJ Tastic? They have some decent stuff. Nothing that I think that I would ever use, but there's some decent stuff there. Do I take layout levels? No. Because they're layouts. And I don't send layouts. For context, when going to a door, you gotta listen for heartbeats to close it. I know how FNAF 4 works. I've played it a few times. Play something hard. This is boring. Sorry that your TikTok brain can't handle this, buddy. I mean, I'm gonna skip through this just because it seems to be pretty similar, at least from this completion. But I might play this later, just like, you know, get a personal feel for it. It looks decent, just based on a video. Alright. Korea song. Ooh, interesting colors so far. That was a bit of a rough transition, just because you could see everything like disappear. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. The level tried to have like a decent amount of parallax here, which I can appreciate the effort. I just think that like it's too hard of an edge, the horizon. Like it's just too much of a flat line realistically. Like there's better ways to have the horizon, you know, the horizon line fade out, in my opinion. This part's a little bit better though. I think the bot designs are a little too simple, but it's less empty than the first part. It is a little, like, there's not really much connection between the parts. So I think that, like, if there's a little bit more cohesion, that'd be nice. Like, the first two parts, you know, you had, like, you know, the beach and then you go underwater. That's fine. And then you just end up in a, in a city somewhere. So I think the first part, definitely, like, this part carried, I will say. Mainly because the colors here. Colors here are great. So I think, I'll send it for a star rate. Extreme Demon. Alrighty, let's just watch that video. Alright. Pretty simple deco so far. I'm seeing like a little bit in the backgrounds. Oh, that gameplay. I don't really like these ball gameplay clicks in all honesty. Those ones, not the biggest fan. But the atmosphere is pretty good. I do wish there could be a little bit more like interesting sets of deco, because it realistically relies on the bot design, and like this level is only 59 seconds long, right? So like it doesn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. Like I feel like a level like this really should have a bit of progression to it. Like there is slight, like the slightest amount of deco progression, going from like, you know, mainly like 1.0 like block design, or not block design, but like background and this ground, to having a little bit more of like, you know, custom made ground, which is nice. But I feel like it just like needs to be longer, realistically. Like it's almost there for a feature, but I'll send it for a rate. Alright, I have not heard this song in a while, alright. Ooh. This looks like a level Eric and Wilderman would have gotten in a fan-made levels video back in like 2017. I would definitely make sure that you have blending turned onto your glow. Because it being not blending, it just kind of doesn't look the best. Blending glow just in general doesn't look good. But I can definitely appreciate the effort. It's just a little too simple for me. Like, I would definitely add something within these, like, black portions of these ground spikes. Just because it is rather empty. Made by a 10-year-old creator. Alright. Fair enough, I guess. Would I ever use non-blending glow? I've used it like twice, but that's only while doing gradients within blot designs. Mainly in blot design color gradients. I can show you real quick. What levels have I used that in? Because it's barely any. I think this one used some. Yeah. Nope, that just uses those blocks. I know Last Tidefall uses some. In this part right here. Or at least this half of the level. Let me turn off the grid so you can actually see. But yeah. This is glow right here. It's basically just used for gradients. That's all. But beyond that, I don't think I'll ever use non-blending glow for like standard glow purposes because it just does not look good. Alright. Another extreme demon with some freaking long ass entry right here that I cannot see. It's something I think there's 2 videos there. Alright. Yep, there are 2 videos. I only care about the showcase, realistically. I mean, it's good to know that it was verified legit, but knowing the verification vid, it's verified on LDM, because most people, for some reason, like to verify levels on LDM. And that's just a skill issue of not having a good PC in 2026. Also, they like to have the volume set at like 1%, which is just super annoying, because I can't hear the song. Is this like wannabe pink killbot? I'd say not having a good PC in 2026 is an AI issue rather than a skill issue. Yeah, I just like saying skill issue for that matter. It had a decent theme here, like on these more calm parts, but I just like, I'm not the biggest fan of these sections right here. Like the little drawings that pop up on the foreground, they look cool, but I think like the general like flashy nature, I'm not the hugest fan of. So I think I'll send it for like a star rate. I think it's still good enough to get rated. Alright. Cool level of yes. Using this guy's song. I haven't heard this guy in a while. Pretty standard block designs. I think the colors are a little too bright in parts. Also, this is just, don't do this. Don't do this. If you're going to like have a skip like that, at least make the skip prevention visible. Because just having it invisible like that is just not good game design. This part needs a bit more movement in the foreground. I can appreciate the background, having that, I'm assuming, area scale. Also, it does kind of end in a bit of an awkward spot. Not even 40 seconds, which is a little unfortunate. It's just a little too little for my liking, and I personally not going to be sending it. Yeah, I don't know why we've gone to so many levels now are being medium length levels. Like, medium length levels are getting boring, if I'm being honest. It's like, unfortunately, nothing we can really do, because like Rob will go out of his way to rate some random medium length level that's like okay at best, and then give it daily. When there's like many better levels that got rated during that same rate wave. Yeah, for me, like, medium length levels, like, they just seem like, you know, someone said this in another server I'm in, talking about medium length levels. They said that medium length levels felt like tech demos. And I 100% agree with that analogy. I mean, like, for me, a medium length level feels complete when the song matches well. But unfortunately, a lot of medium length levels, they don't really like end in like a good part of the song. Like this one, for example, there's a drop right here, right? Like, you could have easily added more here, but it just feels unfinished for my liking. So I'll only send this for a star rate. Everything else about the level is pretty decent, but I just don't like how it just ends randomly. Like, with no real reason other than being like, you know what? This feels long enough. Let me go and just end it right here. Castle Rock, my beloved. Castle Rock was okay. I personally sent it for Epic, just because, you know, it was still good, but it being medium length was a bit of a downfall. Interesting mesas in the background. I like the colors on them. How do you request multiple levels? You don't. That's the entire point of limiting the responses to one person. I do think there could be a little bit more going on in the foreground. Like, there's some really blocky structures, like, you know, these ones we've seen a whole bunch here. So some more unique structuring would be nice, and some more varied structuring for that matter. The colors in this level are very interesting, though. I can also appreciate that the parallax is correct. Not many people can do that somehow. Yeah, Kiba, I haven't had any issues with the touch priority, so your fix did work, which is good. I feel like the level is got some great ideas with like the general, like, you know, it gives me like Candyland type vibes, right? But I feel like there could be just a little more variety, realistically. From what I can recall playing through this level, we have these two large mounds in the backgrounds that have this general shape throughout the level's entirety. Yeah. Like, it low-key feels like he's kind of used the same two mounds, just like recolored them, added some deco. Especially like when we get to the more orange portion coming up. Like, I think that it's the same as this current background. I'll have to get there and figure it out. Let me just memorize that. Okay, yeah, it is the same exact thing, just like recolored. Okay. Alright. But yeah, level, it's got some neat ideas, it just needs more variety for me to send it for a feature. Do I have any coding skills? I was a computer science major, so I do. Whether or not I retain that information, probably not. Just because I haven't done any coding since I graduated. Oh, it's a snake game. No, that'll mess up. There are 11 sages here. Alright. No, this one's easy, yeah. Go down here, go down there. Yep. These levels are fun. I like these. I'm in practice mode though, so there's my completion. But, you know. Yeah, these levels are always enjoyable to do. No, here I go to the right. Yo, what's up, Lore? How you doing? A Man of Sadness and Despair was that level's name. Alright. They're getting more complicated, but it's still doable. Oh god, this is the hard decision. Go up or down? Up. Yeah. This is cool. Yeah, appreciate AP Strum. Appreciate you stopping by. I should have gone in a normal mode. I don't know why I'm still in practice. Unfortunately, I can't, you know, fix it now. But, you know. Alright, I've seen 9 out of the 11 places, so I'm just going to look at the rest. Okay, yeah. It's a cool level. I like that. The controls felt... I don't know why I thought it was demon. Not a demon in the slightest. The controls felt really responsive, which is good. Like, there's definitely, like, have been some Snake-like games that I've played. But it's the controls are typically not as, like, you know, streamlined as that. Alright, unnamed rebirth. Do weights ever reset? The only time a level's weight will reset is when the level gets picked. So say I say I roll a level, I decide to not send it. 9/11 places, yes. Unfortunately, that was the last time, or the last room I did. But if you were to send me a level, I pick it, it has like a weight of 5. I pick it, the weight returns back to 1. Next time you reset it, next time you send it in, it'll be 1. Oh, fixed hitboxes. I'm not playing this shit. Just kidding. Let's watch the video. I don't like playing levels with fixed hitboxes. I mean, we all know this level would not exist if Thinking Space 2 didn't exist, right? It uses the same song. If the stream ends and another start, will it reset? No. Wait, was Howler here? You said hi Howler, bye Howler. Appreciate it, Howler. But yeah, this level is too simple for my liking, unfortunately. It's very static. Why is it a 12-minute video, by the way? What is this? Oh, it's like, hey, look, let me look at my entire journey with this level. Alright. Yo, Alzer with the 25 bits, what's up? I get a gumball? Hell yeah. Yeah, personally not something that I would send. Really, really simple and just kind of under-decorated. And also the fixed hitboxes are... they're not a good choice. They're not a good choice. Another extreme demon, dude. Jesus Christ. Wait, it's a VIT 12 video? Alright. So far we're 40% through, and it's kind of looking similar. Alright. This is like Cyber Cosmos or something. VIT 12's take on Cosmos, or just any sort of boring slaughterhouse gameplay. Alright. VIT 12 was 12 years old mentally. What do you think the 12 stands for? Glurox with the bit, thank you. This was made in one day? Okay, what does that mean? I don't see any significance here. It's not difficult to make good levels in one day. Trust me, I've done a build week. It's kind of repetitive, and I wish that there's a bit more color changes. I'll send it for a star rating. I did enjoy the intensity that it had. I would like to send Jay Shadowface on his screen, but you don't have enough bits. Oh man, that's one of the best things that Twitch has introduced, is doing one of those like celebration things, and just having a random emote just like spray on the screen. I love when that happens. Alright. Ooh. Off the bat, very interesting and good structuring. I like the structuring a lot. Sure. I honestly thought that those were both pink orbs, so that's why I did the quick double click. We get some breakable block usage? Maslow, you would love this. I need to get Spark in here as well. Spark loves breakable block usage. Yo, Maslow, I told Spark this, but I think you would be one of the better candidates for a person who would be able to make a level with this gimmick. An extreme demon with the breakable blocks as the main gimmick. Cook it up. I have faith in you. He got what you wished for, Glorox. That could go so hard. That's what Spark and I were saying. But it's like, I don't know. You have to use breakable blocks in a very interesting and not, like, forced way, in my opinion. Because, like, obviously you could have breakable blocks everywhere in the level, right? But you have to do it in, like, a way that doesn't make it feel that there are too many. Because there are definitely levels out there that use, in my opinion, too many breakable blocks. But, this was good. I like the structuring a lot. Breakable block usage also is great. So, easy feature in my eyes. Can you join the breakable block bonanza? Honestly, Kiba, if you want to, feel free. I don't know if I'm good enough at the game to make extreme demon gameplay. That's actually fun, but you could try. Yeah, that's the only thing though, is like, if you don't have much experience making extremes, then that could be a drawback, but I mean, Spark, you guys know Spark. Spark loves extremes. Form reset 1 hour into the stream. So in about 4 minutes. Want a $50 donation dono? If you're offering, sure. First of all, I'm not the biggest fan of the chromatic shader. I think it's quite unnecessary. It just kind of makes the colors feel a little more messy than they should. Fun fact, you can do fractional weights. I saw that. That's funny. You can only do $14. You don't need to. I'd say this level needs a bit more variety, and I don't really think it matches the song all too well, unfortunately. Like, there's those big hits there, and aren't really matched in the slightest. Also, it kind of ends in an odd spot, 46 seconds. There's definitely a lot more of the song that you're able to use. Personally, I will not be sending it. 0.02 weight, you're getting in. Yo, 1,000 bits. I want to because they're mega chill. Hey, I appreciate it. That's my goal as just, you know, individual. An individual. I can't speak sometimes. It's just be chill. I don't wanna put in the effort like some people do to you know, be all high octane and loud every single, like, you know, scream every single word they say. Cough cough, King Samalot. Anyways. This is interesting. I'm clicking. I went off screen there, but I decided to click. I think that was a good idea. This is cool so far. I like this gameplay. Don't hit that, maybe. Yo, Alzer. You are in fact chill, and I don't want to give you bribe-worthy bits, so here is 4, count them 4 gumballs. Much appreciated. I honestly can't. I don't think I've ever actually, like, used a quarter to buy a gumball from a gumball machine in my life. I just think that, like, most establishments that I've been to that have those gumball machines, they're always, like, in the like the entrance or like the lobby, and especially during like the warmer seasons, those things are just sitting there, getting hot, and probably melting. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I like this gameplay. It's a little confusing. I like that. Being forced to hold there, that's good. Don't hold there, though. Don't hold there. I say the level could have a little more interesting visuals. That's like my only gripe with the level so far. But I really like the gameplay. Ooh. Are you supposed to hit these? I'm going to assume yes. Yeah, given the difference in verticality here, you definitely have to hit these. Go up. This is just pretty fun, unique gameplay. Like I said earlier though, the visuals do fall flat slightly, so I think the most I can realistically send this for is like a high-end star rate, but I do really enjoy the gameplay. Wow, that's a very old ID, 1427. When was this made? 2003, yep, makes sense. This song is older than probably 75% of the stream chat. I'll send it for a high-end star rate. Alright, we are now at the 1 hour mark, so let's go ahead and reset the form. And then reset, we're increasing the weight by 1, but I will reset the responses. Delete responses, reset form. Alright. Thank you for the bit, Nightcat. Alright. 4-minute Insane Demon, huh? Alrighty. Dual Chaos. Let's go and give this a watch, why not? Alright, we get it. If you remember correctly, Leah plays the top 3 weighted levels at the end of the stream. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, Leah has been doing the weight system for a bit of a longer time. The most amount of weight I'll have right now is 6. And I'm sure that like a lot of levels currently have 6 weight. So I think that like if we get into higher numbers where there are a little more outliers in terms of weights, then I might do that. I think it'd be a nice thing to do. Person with 432 weight be like, dude, I would hate to be that person. Imagine you level. I mean, to be fair, I don't think all of that weight is gathered just by requesting the level. I'm sure there's some sort of code nonsense, special code nonsense going in to, you know, increase that weight. But if your level, no level has been submitted 432 times. This is very neat. This reminds me of just the old school 1.9 classic mega collabs, which I just love. I love these old school 1.9 mega collabs. Yo, Super Cruncha with the Prime. Thank you. You broke Tessa's form once, and a lot of people had 1,000 weight. Oh my god. I miss the skip queue. This is the skip queue, Missy Walrus. And Fred with the 50 bits. Does it matter how fast we submit in the form? No. When was the last time the form was reset? Like 2 minutes ago. The second skip queue? This is the second skip queue. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the one made by Kriko. Or the skip queue by Kriko. I'm not answering that former set question because it literally just got asked. It's too long. I'm sorry. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, swing copter. Some of the designs in this level do fall flat slightly. Oh, I love these duels. You know, I made a duel like this in Azure Fear, and it was the first time I've ever made one of those duels. I think it's quite good. For the first time ever doing a duel like that. You used to hate the 2.1 swing copter? That's fair. I'd definitely say that like there are some instances where the gravity felt a little too high and a little too uncontrolled. But I think it was fairly decent. You played your new level. Might be on the IDL. Really? Currently it's tier 18 on GDDL. At least I think. Let's see. Descending ID. As if you're tier 18, 17.67 rating. So, you never know. I think they're talking about the domain. Oh. I mean, that's a tier 20. And there are a couple of 21 responses, which I think 21 is extreme. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think it was that difficult. But apparently it is. I honestly thought this would be like a middle of the road insane demon, and apparently it's nearly extreme. But sure. Anyways, this level is very cool. Nice throwback to old school 1.9 stuff. Due to the length of it, I think it features fine. Alright. So yeah, we have a couple 6 weight levels. That means that this level has been requested every single time I've used this mod and has not been selected, unfortunately. Easy medium demon. No video. Shameful. This already reminds me of like a subwoofer level. I don't know why. That's a hard timing, or an unforgiving timing. Oh, there's a pad there. All right. Oof. Some of the transitions here are a little rough. And by rough, I mean like a little sudden. Like, not as fluid as I would have hoped that they would be. Apparently that lamp kills you. Where am I? Where does it in the cosmos? Yo, what's up, Danger Cat? How you doing? This has some neat ideas. Gameplay is a little iffy at parts. I think there's like a couple of unnecessary timings. Well, unnecessarily difficult timings. Yo, Fred. Doesn't matter. Nope, that's Glurux. It doesn't show up in my activity feed. Imagine if they gave me an event. That'd be cool. Space power. Yeah, this level has some decent ideas. It's just a little too unpolished. I love the choice faces. Thank you, Glorx, for gigantifying the emotes. It looks so funny. Oh my gosh. Thank you for, once again, gigantifying an emote. But yeah, this level has some decent ideas. Like I said, it does remind me a bit of like some subwoofer stuff, which is not a bad thing. But it did give me those subwoofer vibes. I personally think that the deco is almost a star rating, but I do feel like there could be a little more polish going on. And the gameplay had a couple of awkward timings. Personally, not going to be sending it. Fred with the 45 bits. Are you and J Shadow good pals? Unfortunately not. Well, I wouldn't say like we're not pals, like there's any disdainment, but it's just the time difference, you know, him being like 15 hours ahead. Just barely have much time to interact, realistically. Most of the time that like I ever see Joris is when he's streaming. So and there's not really. I was not expecting this song to be used with this level or this deco style. This song, really? Drink water? I literally just did, but fine. I'm parched and I know it. Honestly true, though. The song's funny. Only real ones remember Zafari by Rustam. And you're more of a real one if you've gotten all 3 coins on that level. I got all 3 coins on that level because it was 100% worth it. I remember that being the hardest easy demon. I want to show you guys Zafari after I do this level. This level's got some decent ideas. I do like the colors. This part's got some good atmosphere. Hello? This is good. There just seems to be a weird disconnect between the song and the level. I don't know, it feels weird. Zafari is one of the more evil levels. I like this though. Awesome level, the music kind of sucks. I never said it was the best song. I think I'll send it for a star rate, just because of that music disconnect. Yeah, let's go look at Zafari. I keep on pressing that button. Zafari. To get to Zafari, I believe you have to hit this toggle orb right here, and you get the coins. Or the coin route, which gives you this nonsense. And then there's another coin right here. You gotta dip down and do that. That coin I think is the most difficult one out of the 3. I don't entirely recall the last coin, but I remember that one being super annoying. And then you got this monkey right here that's just chilling. And you hit that late. And then this UFO part, which for some reason kills people, even though it's kind of easy. Or at least that initial part. Oh yeah, this part. Forgot about this coin. This is what the last coin is. It's not bad. It's just funny. And this part with this triple spike here is deceptive. You have to hit this so late. And that was not even late enough. Like, that was just barely making it. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah. That's definitely a level of all time. That was one of those very early 2.1 levels. That was like, you know what? Let's show off the rotation trigger. Glowy uprights 2. I love the circle gameplays. Hey, Girly L, what's up? Yeah, circle gameplay is like definitely one of those gimmicks that like we don't really see much anymore, unfortunately. There's some pretty good stuff. Like I remember there's like this one Darwin level towards the beginning of 2.1 that used the Colbricks remix of Popcorn. I forget the name of it, but it at the end had a you know, circle gameplay part, and it was really good because I think it was like one of the first ones who everybody used to use that circle gameplay gimmick. This level's interesting. Not trophy about it, in all honesty. Ugh, come on. There we go. Oh, those are speed changes. I'm like, why am I freaking out? Fake ending, don't trust it. Uh-uh. Mm-hmm. Are you going to like a boss fight now or something? Oh god. It's just like a memory boss fight. Or do you have to like, you know, not hit the text? Because this is so evil if it's just a memory boss fight. I mean, it's not like evil, but it's like definitely not something that like, you know, happens nowadays. Yo, Super Cruncher with a 10 gifted. Hello? Thank you. I do love that a lot of streamer points rewards are take care of yourself. Oh, like hydrate, posture check. Yeah, I like doing that. But yeah, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. If you guys just received a gift sub, remember to make sure that you are in my Discord server and have your Twitch account linked, because you get some exclusive supporter channels if you are a Twitch subscriber or a YouTube member. This is an evil boss fight. Well, when they say it's evil, it's just like we've become too accustomed to boss fights that are just like follow the arrows. Real ones remember the boss fight at the end of Volcanic Rush by Mannix, aka UFO memorization. Yo, what's up, Kwan? How you doing? The 30-minute mark skip queue was a different level. Really? I have something from an hour ago. Let me see. I'll check this one. I mean, I didn't see it if it did happen. Personally, I'm not going to send this one because it's a little too underdecorated. I think that the structuring is really just like blocky, and there could be a little bit more going on. Also, there could be more going on in the background. But I did like the gimmick with the boss fight. Alright, let's go play this apparently skip queue. No, I have not seen this. Alright. Eevee plushie. Let's get it. Appreciate you guys for letting me know. I completely missed it. Hello? This looks great. Is that a block? I'm trusting it. It is a block. Wall jump. with, okay, a pretty forceful wall jump. These are some massive ears, dude. Oh, you can't jump mid-air to do that? Alright, I see. I see. I'm too used to levels just, you know, doing that for you. I do like the difference in the colors here. The characters themselves look great. Those have spikes on it. No, they don't. I got baited. The block freeze. I'm assuming frozen as in like... Yeah, okay, I get you. Where'd he go? Maybe I'm too smooth-brained for this level. It was straightforward until this. You can't hold... Look at this. We love it. How did I just do this? How did I land from here, try to jump over here, landed right here? Alright. This is ridiculous. Alright. There we go. That makes more sense. Unfreeze for me! And then shimmy down there. Fly in the area. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a time thing? Is it timing? Is it a time limit? Because I'm sitting here for a while. Okay, it's a time thing. Or no? You just gotta land. Gotcha. Oh, that's evil. Land. Okay, and then go down here. Gotcha. Oh, you absolute... Alright. Yeah, I really like the looks of this level. Hold! That's cool. Remember the path. Oh, I suck at these, dude. Never mind. You gotta jump there. That makes sense. Oh, there we go. We've definitely seen a couple levels that do that, like, you know, remember the path or whatever. Yo, the ears, like, swapping, like, doing that. I like that. And the character designs are just very cute. What do I land on? Okay, that? Is that what you gotta do? Okay, you just gotta double jump. Makes sense. You gotta launch yourself. You better not bug out on me. We're good. Oh, a little too far. What just happened? I think I clipped through this and hit this spike. I did it again. Oh, there we go. Very cool level. I like the wide variety of gimmicks. The visuals are very neat. There's coins, probably for speedruns and stuff. 5 moon I agree with. Go to the left of the first room. Alright. A la izquierda. Oh god. Secret gamble room. You may gamble once every attempt. Getting certain numbers may result in receiving points, which increase your odds of turning shiny. Alright. Grab the checkpoint. Click left or right. 8, 6, 8. Is that good? That's cool. Press R to restart. 947. I don't know what a good value here would be. Probably not that. What's a good value that I should be looking for? I see Wendy. Probably not that one. 9, 6, 4. Keep gambling will be obvious. Alright. For fuck's sake. I see. I see. Oh, so close. I want to get like a good one. Alright, sure. We got a couple good stuff. Oh, almost triple sevens. Goalers. Chloe. Alright, I'll do a couple more and then I'll just move on to the next level because we don't want to spend here all day. Chloe again. Alright. This is cool. I like this. Alright, yeah. Back to it. Blasted Steps. Love requests suck. I prefer gambling. I don't know why the you know, the pulsing objects don't pulse to practice mode. It's kind of annoying because like a lot of people use the pulsing objects as deco, and then being small like this, it just kind of like, you know, makes the level look a little bit more empty. This is a little bit unbalanced. These wave sections are a little bit more difficult than they need to be. Hello, dude. Let's just spam. Huh? There we go. Yeah, these parts are piss easy comparatively. Definitely a wave carried person that made this level. Yeah, the deco itself is a little too simple for my liking. There's not really much to say about it. It's just like your pretty standard 1.9, like early 1.9 deco. Don't hit that. Don't hit that. The clouds. You can't see because of the clouds. Okay, sure. I thought that was a cute portal in all honesty. Ten triple spikes. Oh, almost got it. Frickin' Necropolis triple spikes over here, dude. There we go. Yeah, personally, not something that I would send due to the deco. It's just a little too, you know, underdone. I'm not getting freaking, like, App Store notifications. Open all summer. I don't care. Moon Wisp. Oh, I was not expecting that camera rotation. I like the colors here. Structuring is a little simple. I feel like there could be a little bit more going on like, you know, the outside of the block designs in that prior part. This part has a little bit of emptiness to it. Like, I feel like there could be some more air deco. And I think that if you were to, like, add some more to the backgrounds, that'll, like, you know, fill up that need for more air deco. Because for me, like, if I were to make this part, I would add, like, some things coming off the tops or the bottom of the block designs. Like, you know, some, like, pillars or something. Same for this part too. I think just a little bit more air deco would be nice. You did get gifted a sub. Someone gifted 10 subs earlier. So we have another skip request. I'll get to that after this. What was that? That's funny. Did have a couple of issues, but I do think that it, like, a lower end feature should be fine. Alright. Skippy request. Not a user. Vinyl flow. You got a sub to watch my VOD, or you could go to YouTube. It'll be there on YouTube. Thank you, I see Wendy, for the sub. You don't have to go to YouTube anymore. You should have said that earlier, bro. I said it as soon as it popped up on my feed. Maybe you shouldn't have subscribed as soon as you answered or asked that question. It's okay, enjoy this, I appreciate it. The visuals in this level are cool. The song is a little underwhelming, but not the creator's fault. I do like the general atmosphere in this level. White deluxe. I saw those orbs. I want them. I didn't get them. Ugh. I think it'll pass as that. I think it's good. I'm going to Twitch if it's cooler. Truth. Alright. Hardo Insane Demon. Heavenly Travel. Honestly surprised it's not 6 hours long. Is this fan-made Ascension to Heaven? Looks like it. No, you gotta jump there apparently, even though there's no indication that you actually need to jump. No obstacles or anything. Alright, this is gonna be like standard breakcore, spam the hell out of your mouse gameplay. Which, to me, is not enjoyable. I don't see the appeal behind this type of gameplay. Where it's like, how fast can you click? And hope that you hit these orbs in the right configuration that you actually pass the part. That gameplay has just always been so just not enjoyable to play. This part's more accessible though, gameplay-wise. Because it's actually like, you know, skill-based. The transition goes hard. Did I add you on Discord? Oh, you were asking someone else. I do think this level's got some neat ideas. It is really reminiscent of Ascension to Heaven. I do think like there's a little bit of a too static feel to this level, if I'm being honest. Like some movements on these blocks would be nice. And they don't have to be like drastic movements or anything. Just add like a little bit more to make it less static. Oh, you actually have to hit that orb? Okay, I thought that was a fake that I fell for. Bro, just spamming emotes? Are we just gonna... Let's just time people out. If you're just gonna be spamming emotes, you're getting a good old 24-hour timeout. I don't care. What do I think of the new event level? It's alright. Nothing spectacular, but still good. I didn't place a checkpoint that entire time. Oh my god, I'm throwing. Oh no, I have my finger on my X key instead of my Z key. That's a big throw. So it's sitting there spamming the S key, deleting every single thing. No stolen assets in this one? I don't know. Possibly. I mean, it's pretty standard deco, so like... I don't know, I feel like if you were to steal assets, you would steal some more high quality assets. Oh, that looks... This right here looked like a foreground object, I'm being honest. I definitely feel like the song isn't really too represented in the deco. Like, it's mainly just like high-speed gameplay that, like, you know, is the most amount of decoration, unfortunately. Like, I do appreciate the effort, but it just doesn't really do all too much decoration-wise. It's like pretty standard Heaven design as well, which we've seen a lot. It's like I said the entire time. It's just like very much, you know, Ascension to Heaven. So I think the most I can really send this for is like a star rate. Like, it really drags on the parts, and I feel like there could be a bit more, you know, variation. Not the biggest fan when levels use area movement this way. Like, it, like, breaks the blocks like this. I don't like that. Supa with a gift sub to a drift. Enjoy, drift. Much appreciated. Yo, what's up, Turbo? How you doing? This level has some emptiness issues, mainly in the air deco. There could be a little bit more. And I think like the general structuring just being mainly squares doesn't really help all too often. In levels that like feel empty, it's generally because of, you know, very rectangular deco or structuring. I think this is definitely an example of that faults that a lot of levels have that decide to use rectangular squares. I don't know. I already timed a bunch of people for emojis in the YouTube chat, but you can take care of that. I can, because it's very obvious when they do it. I think a star should be fine. No. No creative points. Alright. Shh. Bloink level. Alright. This is so 2.0 coded. Okay. I'm assuming those are spikes. I don't think they are, actually. They're not. Alright. Not a fan of using dash orbs like that? Yeah, me neither. Once again, the structuring is a little simple. There's a large disconnect between the foreground and the backgrounds. Also, there's a bit of an issue here with that gameplay. Definitely the thing needs to be there. I think there needs to be a some sort of middle ground just to make, you know, make the gap between the foregrounds and the background not as obvious. Because that'll also, like, you know, help you fill in the large amount of empty space that this level currently has. Couple of invisible portals as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of when levels do invisible portal stuff. Also, we're not at the end, even though it says we're 100% of the way there. Alright. Maybe we're near the end. Ending with triple, gotcha. Yeah, the level unfortunately is a little too empty for me, and the block designs themselves are a little simple. Like, there's not really much detail within them. There's definitely ways to make that type of block design work, but unfortunately it doesn't really use, like, it in a specific way that, like, you know, I personally like and think it makes it seem like more empty. Happy Hour got banned? Ain't no way. Hold up. Still here on Newgrounds, apparently. Let me look at the back end of this. Ooh. 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 Yeah, that song's no longer usable, unfortunately. They decided to turn off their API usage. That's kind of a stupid thing to do. Happier was a great song. I don't know why people do it after like 10 years. Did you credit them? Why would that matter? This is interesting so far. I'm liking this. I did not see that. Who's texting me? Oh. Matchbox the movie? Jesus Christ. Anyways. Okay, I get it. You don't need to freaking emphasize the image, bro. It's not that important. But yeah, Thasm, good luck with that. Enjoy trying to find a replacement song. Am I ship here? I'm a ship, okay. I do appreciate the sunset effect. It was just like, I was freaking out. Like, what gameplay mode am I? It's also hard to see where the checkpoints are placed. I can't see my checkpoints. Watch out for the bush. The bush be creeping up on you. But this is very fun gameplay. Hold through there. There you go. Jump indicators in my 1.9 styled Insane Demon UFO section. Freaking like, the world is falling apart if we're doing this. Ending off with a duel? Okay, great. Luckily, it's fairly click sync, the duel. So it's not bad. I'm not supposed to be a mini. No, I am supposed to be a mini. Okay, never mind. That's fun. I like this. I love this gun chamber. Alright. Pretty good stuff. Almost a feature, but there were a couple parts that had the deco was a little too simple. Almost a feature. Very fun gameplay though. Alright, we got about 10 minutes left, then I'll probably end the stream then, just because we would be at the 2-hour mark. Honk. This is such a weird song, dude. Such a weird song. If I did not know that this was a Fat Rat song, you would never hear me saying that this is a Fat Rat song. Like, it would just, I would just probably guess it's some generic NCS funk. But yeah, I think this level still is a little too messy at parts, and the shaders are way overdone for my liking. I would definitely tone those down. What's that song? Honk by none other than the Fat Rat. And whatever this is. Wild Nerd Remix. Nope, we're gone. Next. What was that? Leather belt? Dude, great song name. 40 question marks, green eyes. This is interesting so far. I like the wide range of colors. I'm sorry, I gotta look at that. I appreciate the effort here with this lightning strike, but is quite underwhelming. Let's take a look again. It's quite underwhelming, you gotta be honest. Yo, where's Mag at? We got a spiral background. World's calmest thunderstrike, yeah. Definitely a wide range of ideas here. I can appreciate that. Not sure how I feel with the sound effects. I think they're quite unnecessary, but that's just me. I kind of hate sound effects in classic levels when they're just, like, you know, used for the sake of using sound effects in your level. Nice end screen. Look at this. We love it. This is cool. There's a lot of unique ideas here, so I think I'll still send it for feature. Song is Russian. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. Also, the song name is very much, you know, ooh, divided. Alright, next. Miasma Factory. I think I saw this on another stream not too long ago. 4 days ago, apparently. If what I recall, it's like Heliopolis, but 5 stars. Yeah. Got some neat stuff to it, though. Are you supposed to go up there? There's a bunch of gameplay up there. Or is that for a coin? I'm guessing that's for a coin. I saw there's a bunch of question marks there. Making me thinking that there's a bunch of coin routes. I'm just too used to levels having question marks where their coin routes are located. There's a coin. Yeah, this level's not bad. Ooh. A little difficult to see here with the staircase, but nothing that like a practice run won't fix. Just know that you'll get a bunch of people saying that that part is unsight readable, and then, you know, send you death threats, because that's what they do apparently. Oh, I like that you have to hit that late. You can't immediately like buffer that. I like that. Very interesting. Something that I'll send for a star rate, because I do appreciate the effort put in the general vibe. Can I check your message? What'd you say? Why would I ask Kira? What would I ask to release a song or something with this API? What? Oh, so Newgrounds artists have the option whenever they upload a song, they have a little checkbox that says enable external API usage. By default, it is disabled, but level or songs that are made prior to like 2017 or something, they automatically had the checkbox enabled, because the checkbox didn't even exist. All Newgrounds songs then were just automatically usable in Geometry Dash. That's why you had like a whole bunch of like Skrillex stuff uploaded back in like 1.9. And Newgrounds artists at any point in time have the ability to say, nope, I no longer want my song to be used in GD, so they can just go into the song settings and disable it. So that was a conscious decision by Kurja. This level's 36 seconds long. I love the green, what the heck? The colors here are great. It is like simple deco, but the colors are good. My main thing though, 36 seconds. Like, it's definitely like one of those, like, you know, Zendash inspired things where it's like, hey, let me make a GD world level. And if you're going to ask me, the person who made a level for Zendash, that was a one-time thing. It should not happen anymore. So for me, personally not going to be sending it. Just because like levels like these feel unfinished. They feel like a part of a level instead of an actual level. Alright. Red Bed Ted Shed? That's a great username. What would I send Heliopolis for? I don't know why I'm answering this question now. I saw it like 5 minutes ago. I'll be honest, I haven't even like seen the level fully, just because the level's just not interesting to me in the slightest. As for like a lot of zoning verifications, they're just not really interesting. But I would have to look at it first before I can answer that question. I can get through this. No, I can't. Yeah, screw your gameplay. I'm skipping it all. It does have some charm, this deco, but it is a little too simple. Some of the color work, I think, is a little too rough for my liking, especially in these parts. This song is so peak. Yeah, it is a good song in Heliopolis. Yeah, this level, unfortunately, the deck was a little too simple. I would think that there could be a little bit more going on. Some of the color choices were a little odd at times as well. So I personally will not be sending this. Alright, let's play one last level because we have no more time left according to the timer. It just hit 2 hours. Ooh, peak song choice. Alright, Gabri. What do we got? Oh, you gotta hit that late. Skip request? Alright, I guess I'll be playing that one as well. I gotta, like, turn off the skip request for a little bit, so I don't have to, like, you know, end off the stream with a skip request. Someone, like, trying to sneak in at the end of the stream. God, that gets kind of annoying, in all honesty. I'd say some of the radio blur, you know, pulses that we got going on, they're a little too overdone. I just am never the biggest fan of radio blur pulses in general. I think like the trigger, it's got some usage, the radio blur trigger, but I don't know, I just haven't really seen it, unfortunately, used in like a well-managed way. Like it just seems like most of the times I've seen it used in levels that I get on stream, they just kind of use it to use it, if I'm being honest. I do like this topsy-turvy gameplay. It's really unique. I was not expecting this. But this deck was pretty fire. Pun not intended because of the fire level. You gotta hit that late. This gameplay is actually quite calm. I thought that it would be a little bit more intense given this song's intensity here. It is picking up a little bit though. Let's see what the spam is about to be. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a spam. W spider spam. What happened? Why am I up here now? Do you have to buffer that? Damn, that's actually a hard buffer after clicking all these many times. I did not do that properly, but the anti-skip did not decide to kill me then. Sure, there's some weird stuff going on. Come on now. Oh my god, that's a shitty checkpoint placement. Yeah, the fact that you have to buffer that black orb is... I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think buffering any buffers that come after like right after like, you know, spamming a bunch, it just feels very unnatural. Come on now. You expect me to do 4 clicks in there, or is it just a weird timing? It's just a weird timing, okay. Dude. I'm not sure about this gap. It's just weird because it doesn't really, it's not obvious what you're supposed to do. Like, should you click 4 times? Or is it just 2 like weird timings? Like, it's not obvious. I wish it was a little bit more obvious. That gap was a bit more obvious, which is good. Okay. That's an evil last coin, oh my god. It's got some rough parts in the gameplay, but I think it's still decent. That goes good though. So I think a solid feature should be fine. Alright. Let's go play this last skip request. And then end off the stream. EVW challenge. Alright. Let's see what EVW challenge has in store for us. Some interesting color combinations here. Some of them are better than others, but some not the biggest fan of. This part's really bright, hello? Ooh, this camera. Not sure how I feel about this camera there. It was quite random. Felt a bit unnecessary. I do feel like some of the gameplay had its quirks, but still good. And some of the deco I feel like was a little too bright for my liking, so it's almost a feature. But I think a star rate should be fine. It's also funny seeing a level called the EVW challenge with, like, you know, actual effort put into the deco. Because that's a rarity. Alright. That is it for this stream. Let's go find someone to raid. Assuming someone's actually raiding or streaming. No one is streaming? Wow, that's surprising. Yeah, GD has 3.6 thousand viewers who's streaming. Oh, King Samuel, gotcha. Who else can we raid? Guys, I don't feel like raiding that. Ooh, here we go. You know what? Akuna-kun is making a level or doing a building stream that's saying chat suggests what I make. So go raid Akuna-kun and cause absolute chaos. Go raid Akuna-kun, cause absolute chaos, and make them build some whack stuff. So yeah, appreciate everybody for coming out. I will see you guys next stream, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. People on YouTube, obviously you cannot participate in the raid, just a limitation of the platform. I will see you guys next stream. See ya.